This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back with another episode of The Sinking City. In the last episode, we got one step closer to dealing with stuff that Brutus sent us onto about like a possible clone of himself or someone dressing up as him and his son. Seems like things might be, well, like all things, might not be just black and white, you know, so... we also helped a man get his potatoes and found out Graham is a very nice guy, especially coming back from the war. Which war? I guess World War I assume, is the war they're mentioning, because it can't be World War II. I mean, it could be some side stuff, but... Oh yeah, I already checked that. Okay, so I guess we can just... I wonder if he... Does he... No.
Something wrong.
I didn't know if he had anything new to say. So let's talk to the man that's supposed to be Brutus, or Brute, whatever, which was in here. He was a lot younger than the other dude, so...
This has been empty for years. Seems someone believes eternal life comes in a bottle.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe it may have been the old man at first, but ugh. That's a gruesome picture. It's like a troll or something like that eating I think a woman. I mean, it could be a man, but I don't know. The figure seems to scream woman to me. I don't know. I could be wrong, but... woman, man, some guns up there. So, when some places are designed, at least they're designed slightly different, but like when they actually need to be. And like some of the... well, good for you.
Huh. Now, weren't you the one who called Robert an ape lover, Brutus?
Huh. Well, it seems like everyone's free living around here. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't judging. Brutus's diary. This is the verge. This is a verge. Whatever. This is an unexpected turn of events. I'm on the verge of complete rejuvenation. Frankly, I didn't expect the flock of this old age church to still exist, let alone assist on my quest. Perhaps this high priest merely feigns disgust at our family proclivities, or perhaps he finally understands why I must prolong my existence. Regardless, all that remains is to meet with him. The cost is irrelevant, for out of all of Oakmont, I alone deserve eternal life. Tomorrow, the city will meet a new young Brutus Carpenter. Oh, so the actual Brutus was gonna, like, get young somehow, and this guy got the youth stuff instead, like the usurper or whatever. If everything's to be believed. Are you Brutus Carpenter?
Brutus Carpenter, I presume.
Yes, that's right. Did you bring me something to eat? I'm very hungry.
No, sorry.
Ah, well, move on then.
Well, that told us a lot about you.
Bye.
I guess. Well, alright, we collected all the evidence and all the key evidence, so let's look at our mind palace. Alright, what do we got? Graham wants to change his family. Graham says he wants to change his family to better. Brutus met the priest of an old church, huh? And Carpenter's helping the poor. Helping the poor? Yep. Graham's motivation to change things. Graham's brave enough to go against the family tradition. He really wants to change things for the better. Maybe. I wonder if probably doesn't matter at this point. We don't have any other clues on that, so it looks like we'll have to go to the other spot now. I'm on a verge. That's the rejuvenation thing. So we'll have to go to the I guess I'll leave that there for now, just in case if I have to go back. I don't think I'll have to, but okay, so I guess the next place is to travel to the crematorium. So at least it said all key evidence was gathered, so alright. We'll have to travel to there and find out what to do next, but it's definitely interesting how that one's so young. And then the Brutus looked like he was looking to find rejuvenation or whatever. But how do you get rejuvenation? Probably murdering people, killing children, or eating small animals or something like that, or... I don't know. Everything seems all topsy-turvy around here. It's topsy-turvy in Oakmont land. Or, I was trying to think of some song or some children's cartoon song, but I couldn't really think of anything. Hey, not everything I have is cultural reference or pop culture or whatever. Although that is sad to say, a good deal of my knowledge is pop culture growing up during the 90s. Like the late 80s, early 90s, that type of thing. So that's where a lot of my influence is from. I wish I made more references to like books or history or stuff like that. And I do know a bit about those types of things, but I feel like I reference probably easier to go on the boat. I do tend to reference pop culture more often than history or references to books or something like that. So, I mean, I read a lot, but I don't think I read as much as I'd like to. So, I don't know. Every once in a while, I'll pull out a reference to like an old tome or manual or something, but it's not as often as I'd like to. I mean, it's not like I'm being judged for that or anything. I just wish my range of knowledge was a bit stronger than it is, or my recollection of knowledge. I tend to not recall stuff as well as I used to. I try my best, I really do. So do I actually have to... I think I actually have to go in there, right? Oh, we'll find out. If it's a building, or if it's, like, if it's one of the side buildings, or if it's, like, one of these. Find out. Why would the crematorium be, like, an isolated island or something like that, you know? No, but it is. Okay. It even says it on the top there, so... It wouldn't lie to me, would it? Crematorium. Is there anyone actually here? This is actually kind of creepy. Yeah, I'm considering when I die having my body cremated. I don't know. I don't find any sense to like bury my bones for... Oh, I keep expecting him to talk, but... Oriel Ludo. Come on, dude. Fuck it, man. Let's go bowling. Bowling? Is this like a modern reference or something? Like one of the writers wanted to say something weird? Because actually, when was bowling created or founded or whatever? I don't know. Actually, I don't know the history of bowling. I know golf is like was created in like the 18th century in Scotland or something like that, but. I think. I'll have to look that one up. But bowling? No, I don't recall. Maybe it is that old. Hell, bowling could be one of those things that was created during the French dynasty of like the 15th century or something like that, for all I know. Or, you know, any sport really. Let's check and see. Okay. Crematorium registry. Last week, person on duty, James Warren, listed deceased, 7 unidentified corpses, cremated. J. Huss, cremated. J. S. Cole, to be cremated. V. Black, to be cremated. Jack White, no Jack Black, to be cremated. Urgently, Jack White needs This week, person on duty, Robert Taylor, James Warren, on sick, leave due since last week's listed deceased, 16 unidentified corpses, cremated. M. Jane, cremated. Seems like that happens a lot, just people just don't know who they are. If you're a Jane Doe, too bad. You're getting cremated. Thrown in the fire. You ain't allowed to be buried anywhere prominent. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll... Well, I guess I won't know till I mean, it won't matter when I die what people do. I mean, technically, when I die, they can do whatever they want to my body, but... Anyway, note on the door. I locked up and left early today. The keys are on the table. P.S. This morning I heard wild beasts near the cemetery. Be careful. So do we have to go to the cemetery? Okay. Well, it didn't say I collected all the data, though. Was there an upstairs that I may have missed? Always double check. But he says near the cemetery. Maybe the cemetery is like right outside. Let's see. This is that was closed. I mean, would the cemetery count as this area, you know? Well, let's see. Where is it? Is it just right outside over here or something? There we go. Why do they call it a crematorium and not a funeral home? Because it's technically a funeral home first, and it just happens to have a crematorium in it, which don't a lot of funeral homes have a crematorium? Anyway. How big is this place anyway? Oh, it looks like the cemetery's... Well, how do you know where to go, though? Max Rizink no longer has the high ground. I bet this is just the writers having fun with themselves. Vlad Belayev? Vlad Belayev. Wake me up after the release. Yeah, this is the makers of the game just having fun. Stacy Smith died in self-defense. But yeah, this is just them referencing themselves as well as other things. I've noticed a lot of Western games like to do that. They'll make like little notes or jokes on the tombstones in games if they introduce them. Okay, can't go that way. Which I'm perfectly fine with that. I would do that if I had a game. I'd throw in like jokes or references and like places that aren't easily checkable or it's just like, yeah, I'll just have fun. This, you know, just to break the fourth wall a bit, you know. Oh, I don't even know what I'm looking for. It just said mention the wild beasts in the cemetery. There's got to be like maybe. Oh, well, there you go. Saint Bodolof's Tolls. We're probably looking for something like the body or something like that. Here lies Kyrillo Kuznetsov? Kyrillo Kuznetsov? I don't speak a Russian, if this is Russian. Vitaly Kolomites was personally acquainted with the Graf of Andor. Tatiana Rudenko forgot to turn God mode on. Okay, I think if I remember correctly, the creators of this game are, yeah, like Polish or something like that. So those are probably Polish names. Wouldn't be surprised. I think if I remember correctly, they're supposed to be Polish. Oh, okay, go down. Okay, never mind. Where am I supposed to be looking anyway? Vlad Nivikov, old swimming pools in Oakmont. Well, maybe I should check my information. Maybe I don't even need to be here. Let's see. Mind place. Crematory shift schedule. Brutus met priest of an old church. Nope. Now let's see what this says. Brutus is going to be burned alive, but looking for him. He managed to escape. Yeah, he said he woke up there. Rancid slime, tagged as a corpse. Maybe I should go back into the... Oh, did I miss the table? Maybe I'm supposed to go back and grab those keys. It did say it was on the table, but there was nothing there to collect. I'll go double check, because maybe I need that next clue to like activate whatever's supposed to come next. Luckily it's not. Now I gotta take a minute to get it back over here. Let me see where those keys are. It said it was on the table, so it's either... There's no table here. No table there. Nope. Was that under the note, or... whatever. Okay, crematory keys. Let's see, we'll have to find out here. There's that sign.
Ugh, what a stench.
That's the stuff that's spewed out by those like big things that like slide on the ground. I don't know if they're the only creators of that, but that's where I've seen those before. I saw something. Or I guess heard something be the word. Bird is the word. I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I said a bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. That's one of those ash collectors or whatever.
Whoever held this poker has got to be covered in slime.
Is that also called a poker?
And judging by the dried blood and the dent on the shovel, it was used as a weapon.
Ooh. How nice. Oh, come on, shovel. That's probably where Brutus was on this table, I bet. Let me see if I've do anything with those. Those are nice maxed out. Yeah, I'm full on a lot of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna grab stuff in there. Nope.
Ah, it reeks to high heaven. What is this stuff?
Why don't you sniff it and lick it, dude?
Someone tried to wash the stain out, but it's still slimy. Ugh, it stinks.
Oh,
Someone tried to wash the stain out.
I think that's it for what's
still
in here.
slimy.
I bet now we have to go inside and
It
maybe recall the
stinks.
scene. Oh, yep, there it is. Alright, let's figure out like how the scene went down. Is it just the... Aw, man, there's one up there too. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4? Okay, let's just kind of go this way and see. This Bruce is probably knocking out one of the orderlies. Might have killed him with the blood that was there, who knows?
What by the Engels is going on? Where am I?
Okay, that's Bruce waking up. He knocks the orderly out.
I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Who, the orderly? Oh, probably. And this one's probably straightforward.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
I wonder who these people are talking about. Oh. Well, they're bringing in the body, so this one's got to be first.
Another one for you. Burn him first chance you get. It's urgent.
And then it's going to be this one. He wakes up.
What by the Engels is
The
going
orderly,
on?
And then,
Where am I?
and then runs and tries to get away.
I need to get out of here before he comes round.
Brutus was brought in by some group who had to deal with the crematorium worker. So, Brutus woke up, knocked the guy out cold, and escaped.
It looks like I got all the evidence. It said key evidence. Oh, yep, says key and all evidence. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, so let's go to the Mine Palace and see what pops up. Brutus stunned the crematorium. And then that. Locate James Warren. I need to talk to James Warren, the man who was on shift when Brutus woke up in the crematorium. He's suffering from a head injury and requires urgent treatment. I need to talk to James Warren. I probably need to look for Bruce. Not the man out. I guess I just need to look up Warren. Or I need to go to, let's see, James Warren, so it's a person, so probably have to go to City Hall again, maybe? That's the only thing I can think of, because I don't think, let me double check the notes. James. He's on sick leave, so yeah, we had to look. Alright, let's, we gotta... And now it's the cemetery is unlocked, but okay, so we have to get back to shore and go find James Warren. But yeah, back to the city hall. Often we're gonna have to visit that place. Every time we have to find a person or something, we'll have to go back to there. I'm surprised we haven't had to go to the library yet for anything. Because we were met and greeted during a cutscene there, so that means obviously at some point we have to go there, but it might be a while. I think we're about, I think with side quests and everything like that, I think we're about halfway through the game. Maybe even more. I could be wrong, but... Okay, where it is? Oh, I need to... Try to get off here. It's going a bit too far out. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. We're about halfway through, maybe sooner, but I don't know. It's not that I want this game to be over any sooner, but I don't know, just kind of like, I like having an idea of what the length of the game is. I assume this game's roughly about less than 10 hours, like a lot of games in the mid-tier. They're usually just long enough to keep your attention without taking too much of it. Maybe even more. It might even be longer, but I don't know. I feel like if I didn't mess around as much as I had, it would be further along, but... Alright, James. Well, he said he was on sick leave, so you could probably go to the hospital, too, if you wanted to, but we'll try City Hall first. Because I don't think the game ever straight up tells you where you need to look, you just kind of have to guess. If we're looking for a person, I'm assuming even though he went on sick leave, I assume he just went home. So he's probably at his house. But I assume you just kind of use your standard knowledge to kind of guess what archives you need to look up and where you need to go. Standard solving skills, you know. Alright, back inside City Hall again. Just can't fight City Hall. We need it. We require it for all our info needs. And that one nasty lady that's inside. Of course, she doesn't even give us the time of day anymore after we talk to her, so she's just like,
Stop bothering me.
Me. Where's the... Oh, none of them say... Huh. Maybe I'm not supposed to look it up here. Because usually it has a book when you can locate... When you can... Oh, it says... Oh, okay, we do need to go to the hospital. Because it said he needs urgent treatment, so... Never mind. Derp. Yeah, the game did tell us where we needed to go. We need to go to the hospital. Because if he had a head injury, that'd be good where he goes next. Man. People probably yelling at the screen telling me that you're wrong, you're supposed to go there. Actually, no one's ever done that, and although no one ever comments on my videos anyway, so... Or, that's actually wrong. Hardly anyone comments on my videos, which is fine, and... I don't even check them regularly. I check, like... I usually don't check, like, social media or anything like that, and I do... Well... I kind of do, but I don't really, because I don't like spending my time on that. I feel it's a big ass time waster. You know, I only do it in between, like, if I check anything, it's in between, like, render times and between game sessions or work or whatever, but I try not to do it. If I do any time like that, I do it in less than 30 minutes of use, because otherwise, like I said, it could be a waste of time and a time sink, and everyone's like, waste of time? I was like, yeah, how often do people just, like, mess online and just, like, look at pictures or just read inane text or whatever? It's just, like, it's pointless. But if that's what people want to do for fun, whatever. You're all good.
Please help a fella out.
Alright. Do we have to talk to the lady or do we have to archive it? Probably talk to them. Wait, this was the closest hospital, right? It wasn't...
Be safe. We don't have...
Unless, let me double check. Are there any other hospitals around here? I don't think so. We probably have to check his archives, I bet.
Many free beds left.
Oh, here it is. Alright, yep. Headed here. Let's see. Okay. Urgent treatment. It wouldn't be surgery, though, would it? Because you don't... Well, I guess it depends on how bad his skull was, but... It wouldn't be... I guess surgery, because he's not crazy, he's not dead. I'm gonna say surgery. And then obviously after the flood, I don't think a district really matters in this case, does it? Okay, James Warren, male, 35, citizen. Place of work, crematorium. Diagnosis, head trauma. Concussion. I guess it is technically surgery. Treatment, hospitalization. Second floor of Oakmont St. Mary's Hospital. Bed rest recommended. I think we actually might have talked to this guy at some point, like... But he wasn't given a name. He was just a random person we talked to. I mean, I could be wrong, but... I could have swore there was someone that, like, we talked to. Or no, that was the burn victim, which I think those guys disappear. I guess it's not you. Maybe you? James Warren?
You're James Warren, right?
Yeah, that's me. What do you want? I'm sick, can't you see?
A week ago, a group of people brought an unconscious man to the crematorium. I need to know who those people were.
What makes you think I'd know that?
Dude, I have the third eye. I can figure it out easily. What do you mean you're looking at me crazy and calling the asylum? No. I know you were injured.
You got hurt that day. That's why you're in the hospital. The man you were supposed to burn knocked you out and escaped.
Horse feathers. I hit my head. Fell down the stairs.
That's usually what abusive housewives, or people, housewives that have been abused say, so... Have you been an abused housewife? Hmm? I saw a man you were supposed to burn.
You were supposed to cremate a man listed as Jack White. He escaped, and now he wants to know what's going on. So tell me, Who paid you to burn a man alive?
How do you know about White?
I talked to him. I need names, Warren.
I can't. I say anything. I'm toast.
They'll certainly kill you if they find out Jack White is still alive. I can arrange that.
No, please. No, I didn't ask their names. They're priests, but they ain't from St. Michael's Church, that's for sure. They were talking about the Lord of the Woods or something. Maybe from an old Oakmont church? That's all I know, I swear.
I like the fact that you can actually see the scar on his head from where he got bashed in with that poker or whatever. Where can I find them?
Where can I find this church?
I don't know. Some things in this Borg are best left alone.
Why do people keep mentioning the Borg from Star Trek? Come on, man.
It's not much, but thanks. Wasn't that hard after all, was it?
You got what you came for. Now leave me be.
Should just shoot you right now. I mean, goodbye.
Bye.
Alright, new mine palace clue. Alright. Churchgoers warned Bruce cremated. Bruce met with a priest of an old church. All the evidence leads to an old Oakmont church that worships the Lord of the Woods. Maybe some history books will shed some light on the church as it is. Oh, finally a reason to go to the library. All the evidence. Okay, so we need to go to the library. Well, I mean, it's mentioned the library, so I assume that's where we said a book about him. So, hey, there's actually a reason for us to go to the library now. Hooray! Time to get my library card. Actually, I don't even think I have a current library card. Mine, usually I have to renew those like every year or something like that. And I haven't renewed mine in years. It's because, you know, usually you can go to the internet to get a lot of that stuff, which probably isn't really the best place to do that, but because, you know, people can modify. Well, actually, the printed word could be modified too with various reprintings, but because how easy it is to like manipulate data on the internet, it's hard to take a lot of that stuff seriously. Even when you go to supposedly trusted websites, you have to take certain places with a grain of salt. I mean, even Wiki, I think that's still right anyway, that can be modified, you know, not easily, but it can still be modified. So usually I have to go through a what type of, there's a certain type of like server you can find, like a database server you can do to try and get better research information. But anyway, I wonder if she, the Mouthstone girl, I'm surprised we never asked her about her punishment or any more details about getting your mouth shut or what would cause that. It's just kind of like, oh, that's quirky, you have your mouth shut. Cool. And that's it. That's all we get from that, so. Huh. Don't have to go to the... Well, let's see. Maybe I mislooked at the information. Maybe some history book. It said history books. Oh, there we go. I just didn't click on it far enough. Okay, so let's see. Section. Yeah, history, book information. History, maybe. Said they've been around for a while. Maybe ancient? Are they local? No? No, it's gotta be local. Sounds maybe a different time period. Okay, I just did ancient instead of more modern. Prayer to the heavens. Another prominent Oakmont place of worship was the Redemption Church. Its flock venerated Kay as Lord of the Woods and the Shepherd of the Lost Lands. We've heard Kay like everywhere. Redemption Church was at one time the city's largest congregation, but its influence dwindled after St. Michael's Church of the Burning Bush was founded. Redemption Church stands 420. Redemption Church still stands in Central Salvation Harbor on Marsh Avenue between Polaris Road and Old Church Road. All right. Let's mark that on the map. Let's see. Central Salvation Harbor, Marsh, Polaris Road, and Old Church. Oh, is that here? Well, all right. Well, that's obvious then. Well, that's easy. All right. Well, looks like we've. Where's the thing? Yeah, I'll teleport over there, and I think we'll call it after that. But yeah, the mystery is getting ever deeper. I have a pretty good idea like what might be going on here. It's the whole a little bit of magic, a little bit of voodoo, a little bit of Sarah in my mind. I don't know how that song goes, something like that. A little bit of genie magic. Prefer a friend like me or something like that. I mean the original friend like me, not the newest one. I don't know. You know my feelings on the remakes. But you know, like all missions in this game, we'll deal with like an evil cult. Then we're gonna have to make a decision. That's not really that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, but hey, it makes us feel better if we make a decision, you know. Except some of them might give us trophies. Well, the old church looks like a piece of. Hey, if we touch it up a bit, it might look like a piece of crap. But find out if this piece of crap has something interesting inside of it on the next episode of The Sinking City. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.